What has the last couple of years of your life looked like?
So the last 4, now going on 5, have been more stable in the aspect of right when I graduated college,
Mm-hmm.
I got into corporate wellness and my personal training business. So those
Mm-hmm.
were the 2 things that I focused on. And I absolutely loved every minute of it. And it was good. I got into business, dabbled in a lot of things, right? Trying different things out. I wasn't afraid to take opportunities, risk,
Yeah.
just get out there.
As you should in your 20s.
Right. That's when, yeah, your 20s and your 30s, you're trying new things. You're getting out there. Don't be afraid to start that business, right? Don't be afraid to make that leap of faith, move to that new city, do something different if you're not happy with where you're at. And I wasn't, and I will say a little bit different than my family is nobody's ever really been an entrepreneur per se, other than my great-grandfather who started his own mechanic shop. Um,
Man, entrepreneurship of that day looks so much different than it does today.
you're 100% right. It's not even comparable, I don't think. Um, but going back to my original, what we were talking about is helping people was, I felt like, my mission or my reason that I was put on this earth. I felt like been able to talk to people really well, connecting with them in not just a surface level, but a deeper emotional, spiritual type way, and connecting with them, making them feel comfortable. And for me, that's what I wanted, whether it was going to a random person through a company that I was working with or the client that I had for the last 3 years working with, helping them achieve their goals and really getting to push them out of their comfort zone and become a better version of themselves is what I felt like I was called to do. And it was a little bit of, like I said, dabbling in different things, starting a clothing business. It started off successful and then it kind of fizzled out through nobody's fault. I had 3 partners with that, and we just kind of went our separate ways. And it was great. It was a wonderful learning experience, right? To me, there's failure or failing is your first attempt in learning. That's what I use fail as, first attempt in learning. And it taught me so many different lessons in life that are invaluable.
Yeah.
And
That's a good acronym.
Yeah, that I like that. It was good. It was
Fail. First attempt in learning.
so you don't so you never actually fail, right? It's just your next step in learning.
Yeah. You never fail if you learn from it.
You're 100% right. It's what helps us. There's no such thing as a perfect person or a perfect anything in life, but our mistakes help us, I feel like, work towards being a perfectionist.
Yeah.
For the individuals that look at it that way. But not to go down this rabbit hole or tangent, right, is I felt like I was called to do something more than just the personal training. I was helping people on a daily basis, making a difference in people's lives. But public service, right, as I go back to it, was always a major calling in my family. Everyone, my sister is a nurse, my mom's a teacher, dad's a detective. I wanted to give back to the community that I grew up in, and I was like, man, firefighting paramedic is the way to do that. I get to do something that is crazy in a sense to some people, right? Like, who runs into a burning building? The other aspect is the paramedic. You see things, right? Like, unfortunately, pediatric cardiac arrest, regular people that have overdosed, or bad car accidents, where people are mangled, all kinds of just different aspects of that. And I was like, that is what I want to do. I can give my skill set in a much deeper way, and that was it. So it took me 2 years to get hired by a fire department. For the people out there that are trying, keep going. It is not an easy process. There's so many different avenues to get into it, whether you start as a volunteer, you start as a cadet, you come in with experience, you don't, and don't give up. A buddy of mine that got on at Carmel, he was in my recruit class. He was a firefighter in Grand Rapids, Michigan. It took him 8 years to get on at Carmel. Like I said, it's just I feel like that's something that people don't realize is how competitive the fire service is.
Well, and especially in the area we're in, people want to move here, and so
yeah, a very affluent area. People love the school systems. They love the safety. It's not rated the number 2 place in America to live, right, for no reason. And I remember like when I tried out for Indianapolis, I tried out for Columbus, Ohio, all these different places. Like in Indy, my interview process I think was 2,100 people, and they were hiring 60.
Wow.
So the odds aren't very good on that, right?
No.
I made the top 300, and then that's where my journey ended with Indianapolis. I just lucked out to getting on a Carmel. But going to school here, my family living here, friends that live here, this is a little weird seeing people, but I can give back to them, right?
Yep.
And I do see them on runs. I do see them in the community, but I'm always well received, right, because of the interaction that I have with people, the comfort that I can provide to them, knowing that, hey, he genuinely cares about these people, and he's giving 120% of his full self to making sure that the best outcome achieved is possible.
You have a genuine sense of caring for people, and you have a very personable demeanor as well.